Well, believe it or not, it's been an interesting week in the SJW, anti-SJW corner of YouTube. We have a bear who had his personal details leaked onto the internet, a user who tried to clear her name and completely and totally failed, a user who apparently was so tired of adulting that he decided to film himself throwing a fit on his bed? And who could forget the up-and-coming master of cringe?
Delete. Delete. Censorship. It's fucking censorship. Censorship.
Make it stop! Oh, make it stop!
I'm just kind of sitting here on my chair. See where I'm sitting? So this is my wang right here, and it's sitting like right here, and from this area came and it hit me in the chest. So this is my wang right here. So this is my wang right here.
Anyway, let's just get into this clusterfuck, shall we?
On or about December 6th, a well-known website that I will not put their name out there because I don't want to promote the doxing.
Oh, so you don't want to share the website that has Bering's info on it. Well, good for you. Wait, what the fuck?
Again, I'm not going to give the name of this website because the amount of personally identifying information on that website is quite extensive. Again, I'm not going to give the name of this website. Again, I'm not going to give the name of this website.
Seriously, Christy. Did you honestly think no one would see these comments of yours? Oh wait, she says she didn't take part in the spreading of his info? Okay, I guess all these comments of hers are just photoshopped or something.
No, it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Now, luckily for Bering, a user decided to blow the whistle on what Christy and company were doing with his personal details behind the scenes. And this is what she had to say about that.
Bering Cab deceived Tim into trusting him, then handed info to Bering that Bering twisted, and then Bering Cab released the transcripts without Tim's permission.
Yeah, it's all Bering Cab's fault. How dare he tell Bering what we were doing with his personal information? I mean, Bering's only an anti-SJW and a bear, so it's not like he's a human being or something. And speaking of Tim...
I had a conversation with this dude called Bering Cab. I thought he was my friend, so I thought we were having private conversations, but apparently he was leaking everything I was saying to Bering. What I said in that conversation was they were sharing around private info. But I never said that they doxed the info themselves. I said that that was private conversations. They deleted those messages.
Yeah, come on, guys. They were just sharing it around privately among themselves and then deleted it. I mean, why won't you just listen and believe Tim? It's not like these people have done anything to make you not trust them or... Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
And I never said anything like that. And he's like, oh, I've got the conversation between Tim and Bering Cab. If you go and look at that. No, only if you interpret my words in a very uncharitable way. I went back and read it, and I was like, well, I didn't word it, like, very precisely. Like, the way that I worded it made it sound like I was saying that they doxed Bering, but I wasn't. I was saying they were just sharing privately amongst themselves information that was already out there. And I was angry, because I didn't want them to go down that road. So, Bering Cab just goes and screenshots our conversation, goes and gives it to Bering. And he just makes a propaganda video where he's like, I know who's behind it now.
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You agree that you misspoke, but yet when Bering took you at your word, he's the dick for doing so? Are you fucking kidding me? So I guess the only way to fix this then is for no one to take Tim at his word. Also, Tim, care to explain this little message you sent to Bering Cab right after he blew the whistle on you and your friends?
We've all misspoke at some point, and I can forgive people for that, but Tim doesn't get that courtesy here, and let me show you why. When Tim found out Bering Cab had sent the conversation to Bering, this was his reaction. You ratted me out. He didn't say, that's not what I meant. His first reaction was, you ratted me out. What does that tell you about his story? It tells me he's still lying his ass off.
You dirty rat. Snitch. Stool pigeon. Informer. Squealer.
Okay, I think we put it off for long enough. Let's see what the Cringe Master has to say about all this, because in all honesty, I doubt he could sound any worse than these two morons.
I just find this all kind of rather strange, especially after what happened with Demotivator Opinion and Bearing Cab, where they had a private conversation on Twitter, and then Bearing Cab went off and shared all that shit with Bearing. It's just kind of odd that these people are totally okay with breaking that, you know, unspoken social contract. I mean, what's the point of having a private conversation if one of the people is then just going to go and share that with everybody else? It's not exactly private, is it?
Yeah, why aren't you guys calling out the whistleblower who did the right thing?
You people are scum.
Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.
I mean, it's totally fine if, you know, at the beginning or at some point you both agree that, you know, the stuff that is said in the conversation can just be shared about, but you probably shouldn't just assume that that's the case. It's just kind of a dick move, you know.
Really? That's a dick move? But sharing around someone's personal details that you don't like and accidentally letting it be spread around the internet, that isn't? I'm learning so much today.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Morals and integrity for the win! I'm not upset about it, it's just a bit of a dick move, and it doesn't surprise me, to be fair. I just feel, like Tim said in his video, I'm probably just going to be a bit more guarded about who I talk to / you know, share things with. You know, it's not surprising that people like Steve Shives, you know, block people and refuse to have conversations with people on the other side when shit like this happens. You know, you have a private conversation with someone, and then suddenly that's, you know, all over the Twitter news. It's just, you know, maybe if the Anti-Feminist showed a bit more integrity, we'd be more willing to, you know, talk about stuff.
Really? You, of all people, are going to go on about integrity after saying that Bearing Cab shouldn't have blown the whistle on what you guys were doing?
Morals and integrity for the win!
I don't think that word means what you think it means. Maybe instead of you and your friends being more guarded in the future, how about you just don't pass around someone else's personal details and then defend doc droppers? How about that? That sounds like a much better idea. But then again, I'm just an anti-feminist, what the fuck do I know? You're the expert on integrity and all.
Morals and integrity for the win! I need more thumbs up, that's what I need right now. I'm gonna make a video so I can get some more thumbs up. Thumbs up. Hey, Bearing fans, does that trigger you? My fucking nail paint on my fingers? Look at the nail paint on my fingers. Look at how much that triggers you. Is it really? Wow.